What's up, YouTube? How we doing, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, guys? How we doing? It's good in the hood. What's good in the hood? Morning, Andy, mate. Morning, morning, morning. Literally just getting into my charts today, so little morning catch up with you guys. So of course they will go during Asia. They'll kick it off during Asia. So if you're up during Asia, you caught the move. Good stuff. Off FOMC, dovish news. Anticipate this pullback, this sweep. This is where we went long yesterday inside of RP. One final little sweep and then off she'll win. So, one sec, come on though. Morning, Elon. Oh, it's Elon. What's up, Elon? It's been a while, mate. Busy putting people into space, I understand, right? This guy hasn't got time for trading. He's too busy. What's up, G? Hope you're good, mate. Morning, live your life. Live your life. What's up, Jamal? So if you've not already got the daily plans, make sure you grab the daily plans. That breaks down my bias for today, what it is that I'm looking for today. Completely free. If you're not a member of Red Pill, I don't care. Just go grab them. Change your life. Completely free for everybody. So for me today, first point of interest is that I'm looking for ES to get up to 5785. That's where I have an interest for a pullback. And if we move through that, then I'll be looking up towards this wick. And for those inside Red Pill, you'll know why. Which will become our next point of interest. So first and foremost, first target for me on NQ will be up here, and then beyond that, all the way up here. Whether we get up today. Whether we get up there today is questionable, but those are my two levels. You want to mark those on your chart. So if you're not with me over the next week or so, you want to be mindful of these two levels. But for me, first point is looking for ES to get up to 85. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum. Ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. So let me just set my charts up, guys, because I've literally just got back from the optician, so I've not done any analysis this morning. Zero, zada, de nada. Well, apart from my daily plans that I've dropped. So if we get a pullback on NQ, So you want to be careful here, right? This is what we're talking about. Like, so on a buy day, when you're clearly in a distribution cycle after FOMC yesterday, you got to be very, very careful shorting. All right, patience. Don't sit there and just try and short this all day. It's ridiculous. All right, step in front of a train, you're gonna get wrecked. It's my old adage. So for me, it's more likely that ES is going to pull back into here and move higher at the open. So just waiting, staying patient. Don't do anything until ES is at least hit 5785. Do not even contemplate shorting before ES has hit that. Do not even think about it. If you think this is a break of structure for a dump, you're running a super high risk. Sorry guys, just reading your messages. How's your mince pies after this morning? Oh bro, mi occhios, bit of Italian for you. Yeah, I just got to manage it, bro. I've been told I shouldn't spend so much time in front of the screens until I get my spectacles, my new bins. So I got to wait a week before I can pick them up. I got to wait a week. So I got a set with anti-glare on them as well, so that should help. Occhios. 182. So an optician's is an occhiti, an eye is an occhio. So it's mi occhios. So yeah, from next week, I'll be binned up. Couple of jam jars. So hopefully I'll stop rubbing my eyes because my missus goes mental. Like how much I rub my eyes. So patience, patience, patience. And if we, if we blow through this level, then your next objectives is always up at 220. So red pillars, you'll know why. If you have this completely, it's not pattern day trading. Trust me, it's what we used yesterday to frame hour long. You're looking to short inside of this wick. So if price gets up into here, this is where I'll be looking to go short, which is up at 220. 220. If that. 220, 220, 220, 220. That's what I'll be looking to go short. If we get up there. If, big if. Big fat if. What's up, Elon? Oh, Elon's just grabbed himself the daily plans. You're welcome. You're welcome, Elon. You're welcome, my guy. Okay, live your life. Will be a wild experience to see clear again. Oh, mate, I know. She was doing this thing like where she was like changing each eye. It was crazy. And yeah, they got to one which was like crystal clear. I was like, God, where has that been? Where has that been in my life? So yeah, when you when you can't see SMT any longer on a lower time frame chart, I think that's especially when you're a trader, that's the clue to get yourself to an optician's. So yes sir, our long yesterday. So what was I talking about? Those little threes. Right, you're right. So this is exactly the same as on the daily that you have on the highs, right? It's not pattern day trading at all. In the right context with the right bias, which we had, which was going off this old BISI, using these quad levels, using X levels, 70.5, Bosch, for price to expand higher, anticipating some form of a sweep. I don't actually think it was here. No, it wasn't here. It was in here. There's another one in here. Anticipating a sweep. That's where we went long. Right in here. Bosch. During FOMC yesterday. That was the tradie. Where you at? That was the trade yesterday. For FOMC. So today, it's all about patience. Yesterday, it was all about patience as well. Like, if you got caught up in all this, boo-boo. All right. But if you stayed patient, waited for the chat on dovishness, which is bullish, wait for a sweep. Right? Just do the opposite. If they're dovish, go bearish. If they're hawkish, look for a bullish sweep. It's always 95% of the time they'll do that. As we know, fundamentalists are full of bullshit. So again, absolutely nothing here for me. Absolutely de nada. But I've seen a couple of you inside Red Pill take some nice trades today on gold. Very nice H1 to M5. I think Leo called that out. I saw that this morning. Very nice. Where's Dixie? Oh, Dixie, you little chestnut. So this has been my, for those inside Red Pill, you'll know that this has been my target pretty much for the entire year on Dixie. So as soon as Dixie gets down to here, this is when you're going to start to look for gold to flip bearish. And this is also when I'd anticipate the Dixie to start rallying. So I don't think we're cooked quite yet. It's still got to sweep this low for me. And then it'll be off. At which point I'd also anticipate the Dixies, the indexes, sorry, to start selling off as well. Was that news at 8:30 today? Did we just have news? Sorry guys, I'm chasing my tail today. I'm usually on at like 4 o'clock in the 4 o'clock. I've literally just got to my charts in the last half hour. It's 8:30, right? Where's my news channel gone? There we are. Here, unemployment claims 8:30. God, that was flat, wasn't it? So step in front of a train. Il treno. Look at that. Look at that. This is going to go downhill. Right. Step in front of a train. You will soon be dead skis. right? Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Right? There is a way to trade buy days. There is a way to trade it. And I don't think I'm giving away too much information to tell you that. All right? There is a way to trade buy days. And what you're going to do is you're going to utilize X levels to do that. Okay, so what you always want to be mindful of is your higher time frame dealing range. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we also we have weak lows down on this low. It's worth marking these off. So a weak low is a low which formed inside of a premium. This is a weak low. So this is an example, right? So if I flip to my one, okay. So this is an example of how you get in sync with a buy day. Okay. Honestly, trust me when I say this. Go and backtest this in your charts. It's how I trade any buy day. So if you have the context for a buy day, if you are going to trade at all, you do opposite what your mind is thinking, which is, fuck, I must short this. Right? We are so high, right? We are so far in a premium, I have to short it. No, in a buy day, you do the opposite. You wait for price to give you a pop, a sell, which is an inducement to then trade in alignment with that buy program. Now, the key is you have to get in on a high time frame discount. So what on earth are you talking about, X? Well, if we talk about this piece of price action here, simply using the principles of X levels. Okay, so we know that this is a 15-minute dealing range. We have a weak low below it, so I'm anticipating this to go today at some point. But this low, this high, when this swing low, put in a new high that closed above this high, we had a new 15-minute dealing range. Okay, bosh. So what you are looking to look for is for a lower time frame break of market structure to lead back into that higher time frame discount to frame your long around an X level. Guys, if you do not know what X levels are, I promise you, learn them and it will change your life. Everything that you see on Twitter is trash. And I promise you, promise you, if you want to learn how to find where the PDRAs are, utilize X levels. Just trust me, all right? So when this low puts in a high which closed above this former high, you have a new dealing range. Okay, so when this low breaks, you now have a break of structure. Okay, so this is where you, in a buy day profile, you do not think, oh, let's go jumping on this short. No, you're trading the inducement. What you do is you wait for price to come back to your either 5 or 15-minute discount to frame an entry long. Okay, so this, you use X levels to define your PD arrays. That's what X levels are for. They help you dial in your PD array. All right, so inside of here, what is this? What is this right here? Little rejection block. What's this? Little breaker block, right? So you could have framed it off either one of those PD arrays, your entry, back inside of a 15-minute discount. So what am I saying? I am saying when you get a 1-minute break of market structure, you wait for price to come back down into a higher time frame discount. You utilize X levels to define your PD array, and then you're going to wait for a macro to trade in alignment with that program. That is what you do. You get in sync with it. You don't trade against it. If you're going to trade against it, you have to be absolutely dead on certain that price is rejecting that level. And again, you want to be around a macro. You're going to wait for some form of accumulation. You're going to wait for price to manipulate into that POI. Then you're going to get your distribution around a macro in alignment with a schematic, whether that's a New York AM session reversal, whether it's a London close reversal, whether it's a 1030 sweep on AM session liquidity, whatever schematic that you're trying to get in alignment with, that's what you're going to look to do on a buy day. But God forbid, don't make it your objective. Your objective is to trade in alignment with it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I assume you trade better than you draw. Amen. So we have a weak low on this low. A weak low is a low which formed inside of a premium. So if you go back to that dealing range, price never got back to fair value of that 15-minute DR. So for me, this low right here is a suspect low. I'll be looking for that to be a dull later in the day. So you make the decision. And by the way, we've got a new dealing range. So that's an example. So this low, which put in this high, which closed above this high, is now your new dealing range, right? So this is your 1 minute dealing range, which put in this high that closed above that high. When this high closed below this low, you had a break of structure, right? When this high put in this low, another break of structure, that becomes your DR, right? Break of structure, break of structure, back into that RB. You've just got a break of structure there on that low. So again, back down into a discount on the 15-minute. So this is where, if you were looking to, I'd be careful, because this is where you've now got your weak low and we're coming into the open. So this is where, if you're anticipating a sweep, because we have had no sweep pre 8:30, right? So on a buy day, you're always going to anticipate a sweep of liquidity pre 8:30, all right, before the open, all right? You always anticipate that, okay? If you don't get that sweep before the open, you're going to anticipate price to do the sweep at the open, right? Now, if you get a sweep pre 8:30 before the open and you're in a buy day, you wait for price to move off and then come back into a discount of this range for continuation. That's how you trade a buy day around the open. All right. Now, what you want to ask yourself is, okay, well, if price is going to sweep pre 8:30, because we have not had a sweep pre 8:30, so you'd be anticipating a sweep pre 8:30, right? As we just alluded to, this low is now suspect for that sweep, right? So what you'd want to be mindful of is, okay, well, if price is now breaking back through a 15-minute dealing range, because this is your 15, what is the next time frame that we utilize with X levels? Well, it's the hourly, right? Don't talk to me about the 4 hour. Do not talk to me about the 4 hour. We go straight to the hourly. Okay, so this in here are X levels on the hourly. Okay, so if price comes back down into your hourly premium, if price is bullish, it's going to go outside of a higher time frame premium. Yes, it will. So this is where, in here, this is where you start hunting for your PDRAs for price to respect for continuation. So a sweep of this lot. What is that low? So that low is 61. It's also a doji. So if you ever see a doji, it's a weak order block. If you ever see a doji, you look for the fair value gap underneath a doji.
But again, if you're like a scalper, you know, this is like exactly what we're talking about, right? So this fair value gap in an inefficiently delivered range, you've now giving you guys too much information now. All right. So if you're like a scalper, you're always just wanting to get in sync with price on a buy day. So this is an inefficiently delivered range. Back down inside of a higher time frame discount. Boom, take it back up into this 1 minute premium. Flip this DR over. All right. If you're going to hold runners, you'd hold runners, go and take out the high if you're so pleased. All right, it's like a scalper's trade. Right, let me dial in. Actually, start looking for stuff myself. So for me, we're not cooked on the highs yet. So your job is to search for a entry to go long. That's what you are looking to do. We have not had a sweep pre-830. All right, we have a divergence on this low. So you'd anticipate this low to go. So for me, all I'm interested in is either getting in sync with longs. All right, this is an opportunity to go long. Or wait for price to get to my eventual target for a short. So on ES, it gets me up to 2066. On ES, I'll do on 5785 for a short. No. Let's have a look. So you can see how ES has swept these lows. These are suspect. These lows here are suspect. So for me, I either want to trade long underneath those lows, or I want to trade towards those lows at a higher price. No. So if you're bearish minded to go and take out those lows, this is balanced price range. So you wouldn't want to see price above that BPR. So with BPR, you don't mind it testing it. But once it's tested, you don't want to see it through 50% of balanced price range for it to move lower. So a short would be short with your stop above the high. It's higher risk, as I mentioned. You want to be going long to get in sync with it. But if your objective was to come and take these lows out pre-open, that's what you'd be seeking to do. However, for me, we're too close to the open, and I also want higher prices, so I'm just going to sit still, wait for the open. It's just a case of tape reading. Far too close to the open to be trading at the moment in here.
See what I mean? In terms of being inside of, here's your break of your one. If you're in a buy day inside of a discount, looking to take price higher, pay yourself inside of a premium. Once you break, if you break the one, sweep the one, you're looking for your 5. So your 5 is currently this. So if you scout from 92 back up into that little premium, little 10-point scalp, bosh. Well, that's all you got to do. One a day. One of those a day, one contract's $200. Yeet, change your life. Quit your job, do something different. RB, yes, 5 is same as 15. Let's have a look. Is it? Yes, you're right. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry guys, I've got music in my ears. Can't play music anymore. It changed my life. Anyone got any questions they want to ask before we head into the open here? Sí. Sí, señora. Cosa, Jamal. So remember that. Take that away. If there's one thing you learned today on this stream, it's that, and it's completely free for you. Like on a buy day, all you're looking to do is wait for your X levels on the 1 minute to break. You're going to go and find your 15 minute or your 5. In this instance, your 5 is the same as the 15. You're going to wait for price to get back down into a discount. You are going to align that with a macro, and you are going to find your PD rate in alignment with the next level. All right, this is bang on 70.5 on the 15 minute, and trade in sync with it. That is far more valuable to you than trying to short a buy day. Trust me when I say that. All right. And if price breaks this, you know that you are wrong. That's okay. But if you try and continuously short a buy day and you have all of these levels, oh, it can go here, it can go here, it can go here, it can go here, you're going to get chopped up. If you trade long on a buy day, you are either right or you're wrong. It's very simple. And the way that you do it is this. You wait for it to come back into a discount, right? So I'm waiting for these to be cleared out. I'm looking to frame along these lows. These lows that we spoke about are suspect. You see how ES is just carving through these. So keep your eye on ES here. It's where you just have to develop a little bit of patience. Yeah, can you go through yesterday's PA, please? Sure. Yesterday. Oh, where to start on yesterday? So first and foremost, you always want to be mindful if you're trading a buy day, right? And yesterday we were trading a buy day, and you see engineered liquidity. You're always looking for engineered liquidity to get swept, and then you're going to look for your entry inside of a 15-minute order block. So what you always have to do is realize what's happened on the previous day's PM session to depict what's more likely to happen the following day. All right. So this range here from this low to this high was our 15-minute dealing range on this particular day. So when price accumulates inside of a discount, as so, what we have is a point of origin. So it's accumulation inside fair value. And what you're looking for on a buy day is for your 15-minute order block underneath engineered liquidity to act as support as price moves higher, right? So this is your engineered liquidity, right? All in here. So where we were going long was right in here on this particular day, which was inside this 15-minute order block underneath engineered liquidity in a buy day. So that was our trade yesterday, right? Then I have a no trade window. So between 11 o'clock and 2 p.m., I simply do not trade on FOMC. I wait for FOMC and then I trade. So all in here, I didn't trade. And this was just a major shakeout. They didn't want people in on the move, even though we're anticipating bullish price. So what you want to have in the back of your head is, okay, well, what is my buck stop on the higher time frame that I wouldn't want to see price through if price is going to be bullish on this day? Well, these upper quads, once price breaks through, have to act as support, right? Versus resistance. Okay, so when you're moving up through it, you would want these to act as resistance. Once you're through, you want to act as support. This old Bissy, right? It's classic classic support and supply and demand in the Old Testament, right? Which is still ICT, but just not called supply and demand, right? So this right here took place at the upper quad of this old daily BISI, right? So again, a higher time frame point of interest, looking for a lower time frame context to support that in alignment with a schematic. Well, this is accumulation inside fair value, all right? Boom, boom. Accumulation inside fair value for the trade. This is a shakeout. Don't trade in this time frame. So our trade yesterday, we did not want to see price below the previous day's low for price to, this low, the previous day's low for, this low for price to move higher. Well, it soups it fair after FOMC. So our trade yesterday was right in here, right on this low. So anticipating this sell-off, and there's ways you could do this with X level. I'm not going to break this all down right now. 1 second. If you're bearish, you would not want to see it above that current candle high to go and drive out these lows. So yeah, right in here. So with the dealing range, you can flip them. So this high, this low is your 1 minute dealing range. So if you are bullish outside of a premium, to go and drive out that high, which was our trade yesterday, post FOMC, which was not that trade, not the news either, not that trade. That trade, right, which is this right in here. So 625. Actually, we were in here before that. We're over here. Same principle though. Right in here. So 625. Looking to go and drive out the high. Bosh. Right in here. So again, the same principle. Now you're inside of your 1 minute discount. You want to know where your 5 is. So this high, which put in this low, because after 1 minute, you're going to go to your 5 minute. Okay, so why in God's name do you think I terminated up here? I'll get the right dealing range in a minute. This one. So right in here at 56, we had a with a little divergence. So it's basically there's little divergence right in here that we were going for. Fair value. Terminate just below it. So breaking on the 1, anticipating the 1 to be broken, down at our higher time frame point of interest, lower 50% at this daily BISI. Anticipating the 1 to get broken, going outside of a discount, driving out the 1 back into a 5 minute fair value, searching our little target on the high. Bum, 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 bum. Gnarly little wick there on the 5.
So if you were looking to go out, and you know, now and again that's going to happen to you, where you just get this horrible, you know, it's just a gnarly little wick. Wick's doing a bad body, Wick's doing a damaged body, telling the story. But same principle, going outside with discount, break on the one, back to a 15-minute discount in a buy day, right? All right, it's always what you want to do. Always what you want to do. Never, ever, ever short a goddamn buy day. Jesus Christ. So my target's on the high, ES 5785. On NQ 2068 is my first POI that I'm interested in, so it's all the way up here, right? So if you longed out this discount and you had a wide enough stop and you didn't get swept on that horrible little wick, this is your target. I was personally looking for a sweep at this low. But as I mentioned earlier, for those who are on, if you break the 15, you want to ask yourself, okay, so where is your hourly? Because if price is hella bullish, it's going to go outside of a higher time frame premium. Okay, so what has essentially happened here is you have broken on the 1 minute, you've gone down into a 15-minute discount, and you've wicked into an hourly. X levels. X levels. All right? When price is bullish, you're in a buy day, right? So 95% of Twitter today are going to get have their arse handed to them because they're going to keep trying to short a buy day. Don't do it. Get in sync with it. Wait for your break. Wait for your high time frame X level. Trade in alignment with it. If it breaks that and you're offside, okay, cool. It's one trade. But if you continuously try to short, you're going to short this, get stopped out. Short it, get stopped out. Short it, get stopped out. It's not worth it. Yeah. Well, he certainly did. So I'm personally not doing anything short until ES gets up to there 5785. And again, you've not really had a sweep pre 830. That hasn't swept anything. So my first POI is on NQ is 2066, and then beyond that we're up to 2220. All right, so those are your two POIs today. So patience is the name of the game today. So the temptation on Twitterville would be like, oh, look, we're in an order block here. Look at this order block. Let's short it. No. No, 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 no. Don't be a neophyte. So look at Dixie. Where's our Dixie at? No, dead as a dough now. Really nice trade from you guys in Red Pill, by the way, on the on gold today. Impressed. So if you want my daily plans, they are free to anybody if you want them. Simply just go on to WAP and grab yourself the daily plan. So my daily bias today and my sort of analysis for today is all in there for you. So like what it is that I'm looking for, my levels that I'm looking for, it's in there. And you can grab it every day. So if you want to get in aligned with the way that I'm seeing the markets every morning, which is going to help you with bias. Bias is the hardest part of trading. Finding an entry is the easy bit. All right? Bias is the hardest bit.
All right, so all your Twitter traders who are shorting this, going, this must be the fucking high. We're in an order block. All right. If you're trading an alignment, you're going to get slapped. So you get your bias right, and the rest is easy. You can grab yours free to everybody. Completely and utterly free. Entirely up to you. But it's there. We are too high. Shorty. Bro. By the way, if anyone doesn't know, Leopard is a phenomenal trader in his own right. He's a very, very good trader. Very, very good trader. How much did you make last month, Leopard? What was your payout last month, broski? Was it 10 grand or something? It was in that ballpark, wasn't it? Yeah, it's not bragging, bro. It's a question. It's bragging if I didn't ask you the question. 10k in August. Yeah, awesome. I love that. Love that, Leopard. Beautiful, mate. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we have a rule inside Red Pill where you're not allowed to post your P&L inside the lobby. It's not what it's about. Who gives a fuck about that stuff? It's all about the process. Process, then money will follow. But if you see those discords where everyone's just posting their P&L, it's just a big fucking ego ride. Fucking horrible. Get me out of there. So beautiful ES going outside of premium on the hourly X level. Pardon me, sir. I just slurped that drink so loud. So yeah, you want to be mindful of 575. So I'm not doing diddly until ES gets to 5785. That's my POI for NQ. First POI. ES 60, NQ 68. And if it decides to hoondog, if it starts to go through here, this becomes your target. I wouldn't be trading up towards that. I'd be waiting for whether it's London close reversal, 2 p.m. reversal, 10:30 sweep, whatever it is. Did anybody on YouTube catch this discount trade out of the 15? What we were going through this morning? Anybody get in on that? At least stay humble, but combining X levels is a game changer. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not an amazing entry, but yeah, good stuff, Ains. Well done, mate. Mr. Jammy Dodger, by the way, welcome into the chat. For those who don't know, have a guess at how many handles on ES Mr. Ainsley took in one consecutive trade. Handles. If you get it right and you're not inside Red Pill, I'll give you 3 months. A 3 months mentorship. Not mentorship, fuck that. 3 months access. There you go. You get one chance. Take a stab at it. How many handles did ES take in one? Ainsley take in one ES consecutive trade? No, not today. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, something like that. When was it? Let's just have a quick look. The 12th. So what was that? 5 days ago? 6 days ago? Ooh, no, not 104. It's not a fucking bad guess, though. That's not a bad guess. Not 120. No. You're in the right ballpark, though. Anyone want to have a guess? Free month, if anyone wants it. Ooh. 200. Ryan. Oh, yeah. Don't know why. Yeah, Leo, I think you know, bro. 200. No. I'm gonna have to let you all know. I'm gonna have to let you. I'm gonna let you know. Here it is. Almost 4.5 G. 93 handles. 93 handles. No, 89. Even I got it wrong. 89 handles. So this is our current bounty inside of Red Pill. Senor Pot Noodle Printer Ainsley is currently on the run with 89 handles. So if you beat 89 handles and you're inside Red Pill and you do it on a funded account, you become the new bounty. Right. Before that, we had Mr. Axecrypt, Mr. Baggy McBagface, who was on 43 handles on one consecutive trade with ES. And now it's gone up to 89. So who is going to kill and take down Senor Ainsley? Only time will tell. But that is a monster trade. That is a monster trade. So I think Senor Pot Noodle is going to be on the run for some time. Axecrypt was on the run for a year. So, yeah, Ains, I think you're safe, mate. Good guesses though, guys. Not far off. Leo, you're a lifetime member, bro. What's wrong with you? Leo hears the word free and he's gone. He's in. Let me have some. I don't care. So if anyone took this long at your 15-minute discount, fair play to you. Well done. Good stuff. Yeet skis. I wanted a little deeper retrace into that hourly prem for me. I wanted to sweep these lows, so I did not take it. On that occasion, I'm waiting for my POIs on the higher. So first target is ES at 5775. Ains, have you killed your SPY puts yet? Or when do they expire? Because fuck me, they must be in trouble now. Or hurting at least. Oh, ETFs. I keep doing that. I keep doing it. One day you're going to turn around to me and say, X, you know what? I've taken a SPY put on options. And then I'll say, how are your ETFs doing? Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, 68 is your first POI. You want ES to be at 75. 75 or 85? Am I losing my shizness? 85, sorry. 785. Bum 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 bum. So how long we got? 2 minutes to the open. Yeah, on YouTube today, guys. So the alternative is it would have to bounce 14. It would have to hold 14 for higher prices.
So still nothing for me. You have no idea how stubborn I am. Like unless it gets to where I want it to go, I don't chase. I simply do not chase price. Bum ba bum ba bum bum bum. Yes, it's heavy. It's putting it down. So I missed my entry by 10 points this morning. Oosh. So if you're in, you're holding runners to get to 67. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So I'm just holding a run and get out to my original target, which is, I'm just going for 66. This is sketchy here, but I'm holding for 66. You can then look to flip short up there if you want. Right, I'm just closing this long here so I can focus in on a short if it presents itself. I don't love how ES hasn't hit 785. But if you're if you're short, make sure you pay yourself there. Just take your 10. So this is your current new 1 minute DR. So you want to pay yourself inside this premium in case price rallies, and just hold runners just if it does melt from here. Essentially, that's just gone back down into a 15-second discount, so it can still rally from here. Alright, make sure you pay yourself. There's your 20 handles. You printing or are we printing, Red Pill? You let me know, baby. So you're going to hold runners to take out the low. Take out this low. Are we printing or are we printing? You let me know, Red Pill. Do we do this all day or a day, or do we do this all day or a day? You let me know. You let me know. So I'm actually gonna pay myself here.
If you've got more runners, you're holding runners to come and take out this low. But you want to have 90% of your position off here. Okay, so you're essentially back down inside this 1 minute discount. So my first POI is here. All right, let's take a short. Had to bounce here, we didn't fulfill it. So longed, boom, to get to our point of interest, boom, back down to X levels discount, right? You need to be mindful that price can continue from here, from this discount. So make sure you paid yourself. If you're holding runners to come take out this low primarily. You with me? YouTube. Why do I feel like I'm talking to myself? It's so creepy. It's so creepy. Alright, so you want to be careful here, guys. Alright? Please, if you're short, have 90% of your positions off. You're in a buy day. So these are my trades here. So got stopped out initially, got back in. 2 opportunities at trade idea. 2025 out at 858.68, right? Nice little 40-odd point trade. Then flipped it short down to 41. Chill with me. So 1 stopped out, 2 paid, flip short, boom. 100 points. Thank you. Good night, Vienna. Are we good or are we good? Someone say something. Oh. Even if it's shut up, X, you specky bastard. Something. I love the energy. Oh, beautiful. We gotta love it, guys. Right, so ES is gonna go and dive out these lows now. Okay, so this is where if you're holding runners, you're in a sweet spot right now. You're in a sweet spot. You're gonna hold runners to take out these lows. Aight? Listen to me. And then remember what we were talking about, this low. What did we say this low was earlier? What did we say this low was earlier? This is your last TP. This low is your last TP. Okay, this low. Remember we said it's a weak low. So this low which forms inside of a premium, this is your low, your final TP. Okay, which is still, even if price is going to sweep this to continue on, you're still going to have your low swept. All right, which is going to get you back into this hourly BISI. Okay, so if you're holding runners, that's what you're holding runners to get for. You want to have 90% of your positions off. You're trading to take this low out primarily, and then beyond that, if you've got anything beyond that, you'd hold them from here. Your stop would still be up on this high. Notice how we do not trade secondary entry trash here. Have you noticed any secondary entry trash? No. What are we trading? We're trading turtle suits, baby. Boom. Turtle suit. Internal range. External, external, external range. Into our higher time frame POI. Turtle suit. Into our higher time frame POI. Sweep. None of this secondary entry shishash. No, sirly. No. So, as red pillars, once we are in our trade, we let that puppy ride. We anticipate our position to get pressured. But, as turtle suit traders, you have to pay yourself inside of the dealing range that you are on, because you have the privilege to do so. The privilege to trade before a secondary entry trader trades. So if you're trading on this turtle suit, you pay yourself inside of a discount because you haven't got any confirmation. So you anticipate your position to get pressured. You take the majority of your positions off, especially if it's that sort of range. Sometimes your 1 minute range is only that big. But still, the premise is the same. Pay yourself inside of a discount, anticipate offset accumulation for your eventual continuation. Secondary entry traders are getting in here somewhere. Right, anywhere inside that fair value gap. We're in up here, our stop's up here, we're cushy. Secondary entry traders in here, their stops all the way up here, right? They haven't even paid themselves yet.
So turtle suit traders, you have to pay yourself, anticipate offset accumulation, hold your positions for your drive. All right. Share with me. All right. So our 2 trades this morning, both turtle suits. I'm paid before the secondary entry traders even got into the trade. Yes, Elon. And it's not just me, or all red pillars, all the red pillars, how they all trade. That's how we trade. We trade turtle suits. We're paid before Twitter gets in. All right, so if you're in this, you're just holding your positions, guys. Are you bagging or are you bagging? You let me know how much drawdown you had today. You tell me. You let me know how much drawdown you've had today. And you go find me someone else who's giving you that exact high. 68. What's your drawdown? 4 points. Fuck me. You're holding a runner to come and take out this low. Then you're going to go yeet. Then you go, how the fuck does he do that? I want to learn it. Teach me, X. And I'll go, I will. Are you printing or are you printing? Ainsley, is that a Y or a yes? Io non capito. So you're going to terminate your trade underneath this low, and then you're going to go, grazie signora. Oh, for Elon. Got you. Almost there, ladies and gents. We're almost there. We're almost home and dry. You bagging or are you bagging? One and done, baby. That's what it's all about. We stay patient, we wait, and then we execute. We don't trade every micro fluctuation. We stay patient, we chat garbage. And then when our opportunity arises, we execute, we don't think. We pay ourselves in the first DR, and we hold runners. You're welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. All day, every day.
Non ho capito. ES coming for this low, these rails. You've now got a breaker block. But we as secondary entry traders, we utilize this as confluence. We're not entering on breaker blocks. Well, if we are not in up here and we're not scaling out, we weren't good enough for the trade. It really is as simple as that. So for all of us who are in up here, we are just sitting pretty, right? We're not interested in this. We're using this as confluence, as support for our trade bias, as to what we wouldn't want to see price go through. Right, so for me, if you were trailing stocks, your stocks would still be above this high. All right, you're now tape reading and wanting these PDRAs to support your bias as price moves lower. Right, if we start breaking 3 PDRAs, you're more than often than not offside. So you should probably close your trade. Oh, les yeux. Oh, my eyes. I have to give my eyes a break in a minute, bit, guys. Just gonna have to be this one and done today, unfortunately. These headaches are doing me in at the minute. Right, so now you've essentially got, if you were in here, say you took 3 contracts, you've paid yourself, and you've got 1 runner left to take out this low, your 1 runner still sat up here. So this is all about trade management, right? If you've only got 1 contract, you have to pay yourself inside of a discount, right? So if you look at my trade, I only have 1 contract on the high. Where's it gone? So too many people don't understand. They can't do trade management. All right, so this is my trade here, right? So the tiny little stop out, re-entered 2 connies, 19.25, scaled out at 32 and 58, flipped short at 68. Remember, I got out early because I was wanting to frame a short. Shorted down to 41. So if you have more contracts, this is when you go for this low, and this is learning how to scale, right? So you're in on your turtle suit. I only have 1 contract, so I have to pay myself inside of a discount. This is why I have 70 to 80% consistency across a year, because I know how to scale. If you have more than 1 contract, this is when you can start going for your pools of liquidity, right? And if you've got more than that, then you can start trading for higher time frame liquidity pools, right? Because you are going to more likely anticipate offset accumulation as you dip down back into a higher time frame POI. So remember, we were talking about X levels. Well, what have we now done? We've come back down to an X levels, which was this hourly BISI that we were talking about previously, right? This morning. So this is where you want to be mindful once price comes down here. I personally wanted a little sweep for price to pull back up and offset accumulate, or even come and run this last runner. Right? But if you're scaling, you have scaled, paid, 90% of your position is off, and you've just got a lamb to slaughter for that last contract, which you don't particularly care about. If it comes back and stops out your 3 points, you don't care, right? Because you're already paid. Whereas secondary entry traders, if you're now going in here and you're piling in here on this breaker block, well, where, you know, great, but it's not an amazing entry, right? You know, the primary entry traders are already paid. You're getting in here and your range is what, here? It's just, you know? So learn how to scale properly with a turtle suit, and that's how you stay, you know, consistent. Scaling. You have to know how to scale properly if you trade turtle suits, honestly. Yeah, exactly that. So the way that I do it, Elon, that sounds so fucking weird. So I'll take 3. If I take 3 contracts, sometimes I take 5 contracts, right? I'll take 2 off. Let's just keep it simple. 3, I'll take 1 off. If I'm anticipating it to break the 1, I take 1 underneath the pool of liquidity on the 1, right? Usually this is back inside of a 5-minute discount, right? I don't know if it is on this occasion. Let's have a look. Now we're here, might as well. Yeah, so this high, this low. Right, so 3 contracts, 1 inside of the discount, 1 underneath the liquidity pool back inside of a 5-minute discount, holding 1 to get my higher time frame pool of liquidity if I'm searching for that. Or you can be content and just collapse your trade in here and be content, right? But if you have a higher time frame pool of liquidity that you're searching for, and for me, this is a draw, right? This week low that we've been talking about this whole time, you have literally just got a lamb to slaughter above your original high. You can move this if you want, and there's an occasion when I do it. And I have to have a break in structure in the trade that I am on. So this is a break of structure when we broke below this 1-minute low. So I have to have another break of structure before I can move my final runner down. So if this comes down and takes out this low, and say, for example, I had 2 contracts and I paid myself here, I would then move my stop above that high once I've had a break of structure in my own trade. So I'm in break of structure on the 1 minute, paid. Don't move this final contract until I've had a new break of structure in my trade, at which point I can move my stop above that high. Does that make sense? So at this point in time, my stop on my runner would still be here. But because this is my objective, my final TP would be down here. And so I'd be literally running to see if this runs out, and that would obviously flatten my trade. I'd be out. Does that make sense? X been doing other things in background, so missed your high time frame. Can you explain, please? X levels, Leo. In the long off hourly 15 sec busy right at 950 macro on this low. Yeah, good stuff. Well done, Leopard. It just shows you, you can make money going both directions, all right? But ultimately, you're always doing it utilizing X levels. Okay, so if you're still anticipating this to go up, and if you remember, if price goes through this high, the next POI is up at 220, which is up inside this wick, right? So these 3 candles, you're short inside this wick. 220 would be my POI. So if price wants to keep ripping from here, you've come back down to your higher time frame premium when price is bullish, right? So again, higher time frame POI, break of structure on the 1, break of structure on the 5 minute, back down into an hourly premium. You're going to go long inside of a higher time frame point of interest. Higher time frame on the hourly is a higher time frame POI. That BISI then becomes your PDRA, right? This BISI that we've been talking about all morning is your BISI because it's in alignment with my X levels, right? So classic example where anybody who was shorting this breaker block has just had their ass handed to them, right? Because they're a secondary entry trader. Trash. Secondary entry trash. All in good time, Leo. There's a reason why I developed. Oh shit! What have I just done? I've developed Red Pill Uni the way that I have. All right, and trust me, just trust me. You need to understand these fundamentals first. So who is not Red Pill, who's on stream, who has bagged this morning? Anybody who's not Red Pill has bagged this morning? Or are you just here for the ride? Here for the popcorn? Popcorn eating. I don't blame you. Turtle suit trading when you have never turtle suit traded before is it feels weird, right? I remember when I first started trading turtle suits, I was like, whoa, what the fuck am I doing? This is crazy. But when you learn how to trade turtle suits, honestly, you can't trade anything else. You can't. Everything else becomes so lame in comparison, because this is where the institutions are entering. They are buying these sell stops. That's what you are doing. You are getting in alignment with the institutions. This is retail. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here because I've got to give my brakes, my eyes a break. My optometrist, is that right? That doesn't sound right. My optometrist has told me that I need to give my eyes a break for the next week until I get my glasses. So I don't get my glasses until next Thursday. So until next Thursday, I'm going to be trading a lot less. Because for the last few days, I've just been getting these ridiculously strong headaches, like migraines, and my vision's going a little bit sketchy. So I obviously need to look after that and take care of that. So one and done this morning. I hope you bagged with me. If not, I hope you've learned something about trading buy days. And yeah, there you go. Nice little trade this morning, and also a little session on buy day trading. Elon, it was an awesome stream. Can't wait to tune into next one. Okay, cool, good stuff. You're welcome, Elon. So take it easy, guys, and I will see you. If you're YouTubed, I will catch you next Thursday. If you're Red Pill, I'll jump back on in the PM session, see if there's anything A+ which sets up. All right, guys. So take it easy. Have a good rest of your days. Abosh.